Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. On this channel, I talk about fragrance, skincare, fashion, and the finer things in life. And today we're talking about vanilla fragrances. I have a list of 3, 6, 9, 12 vanilla perfumes in front of me right now. If you are curious about my picks of vanilla fragrances, go grab a drink. I have my decaf here. I have to go caffeine free because of panic attacks. Or if you're a little hungry, go grab a snack, preferably a healthy one, and come meet me here and let's see what's going on. Alright, before we start, I have a disclaimer. I'm not really good at vanilla fragrances. Neither am I ambitious about vanilla fragrances. I do love them, but they are not my forte. Like chocolate fragrances, I enjoy them, but I'm not really, trying hard to get all the vanilla fragrances out there in my collection. I'm a little picky about vanilla fragrances, so keep that in mind as we move along this list. And before we go on to the main list, I'm going to mention 3 fragrances to you. Gold Couture, Xerjoff La Capitale, and Serge Lutens Bois Vanille. These are not really in my list, but I just thought that I had to mention these. So let's start with Gold Couture. So many will say this is a tacky fragrance. I beg to differ. I enjoy how this smells. This is like berries, vanilla, sweet, dynamic, young, sexy, feminine, like 20, 30. So nice. It might be overly cloyingly sweet. It might be a little high school childish. Hey, I don't care. I like how it smells. I mentioned this fragrance before in my list of sexy designer fragrances, and I still claim that. This is sexy, this is young, this is intriguing. This is nice, like whipped cream, vanilla, berries. Go check this one out. Designer, hey, Juicy Couture, Gold Couture. It's not that expensive either. I think not a bad vanilla. Alright, the next is Xerjoff La Capitale. Alright, La Capitale is actually very similar to Parfum Mula Mula, which I do enjoy. I mentioned Mula Mula in my list of oud fragrances and sexy niche fragrances. This is definitely inspired by Mula Mula. They got rid of the oud, but they added a slightly animalic leather note. They made things a little mature, still very sweet. Like the opening is like a burst of fruits, kind of like a strawberry kind of opening. And the dry down is, leathery. And then the very dry down when the perfume settles down on your skin is like a nice vanilla scent. If you're a Serge fan, if you want something like Mula Mula but like less woody maybe, you can go check this one out. But if you want the original interpretation, the OG, I think Mula Mula is a better choice. Alright, before we go on to the main list of vanilla fragrances, I have to tell you about Serge Lutens Bois Vanille. Alright, I have to be honest, maybe some will be very mad at me that, I said I like Gold Couture, but I don't like Bois Vanille. I don't know why. This is not speaking to me. This is not giving me life. I don't understand what the deal is with this fragrance, what the hype is. I know it's a standard. It's a cornerstone in niche and vanilla fragrances, but I don't like it on me. I never overspray this and then go about my day. Then I just don't enjoy it. Go check this one out, but know that this is not my personal preference. I know it's a little contradictory telling that Gold Couture is nice and lovely, and then Bois Vanille is not really my cup of tea, but this is how I feel, and I just wanted to let you know, a little heart to heart. Alright, so main list, first fragrance. We are going to Turkey, where I'm originally from. We are situating ourselves in Istanbul, and we are at the house of Nishane. And our vanilla fragrance is called Ani. I made a video about Nishane. I tried out Nishane fragrances. It will be down in the description box or right up at the corner. And I said that this is the best I have tried so far. And I still say that. This is a really, really nice vanilla fragrance. Let's just spray this here on my hand just a little. Just to give a little reminder. The opening, I have to mention this opening to you because they're not really emphasizing this. The opening is very gingery. It's very like sharp, very like, hitting you at the nose. If you like sushi, sometimes when you order sushi, sushi comes with pickled ginger, kind of like a leafy ginger pickle. Imagine you're eating that, like the sensation you have on your, like, mouth and nose. This has that kind of opening, but that disappears and this dries down to a very warm, kind of like orientalish, like Middle Eastern, like vanilla. This is the signature backbone of Nishane actually. They do this like vanilla backbone really well. Cecil Zorakian here. This is so nice. This is like vanilla that is being heated up, like the baked, so authentic, so sexy, so warming. Oh, this is a good vanilla fragrance. The hype is real. If you want a vanilla fragrance that is long lasting, that sits on your skin, that is like cozy, a little spicy, a little warm, kind of like, baking vanilla, deep inside, you have to check this one out. It's sexy too, completely unisex, man. It wears really sexy on male body. Go check this one out. And the next one on my list comes from Atelier des Ors, Lune Feline. Everyone is talking about this Lune Feline with the golden particles. Even my decant has those particles. So lovely. Whole presentation, the entire bottle has these like, floating substances inside. I'll put a picture of the bottle on the screen. I like this fragrance a lot actually. This is smoky, this is a little animalic, this is vanilla, this is mature, this is sexy, but I don't think they mention this quite explicitly that this really lacks in the performance department, in my opinion. Performance, meaning, longevity, okay, I I can do with the longevity, although it could be really well because this is a vanilla fragrance and vanilla is known to sit on your skin and then live a long life. But the projection and the radiation is not really giving me life. Therefore, you're not really getting a super prominent sillage whenever you walk by. But if you drown yourself in this fragrance, especially in your chest area, and then put your sweater on top of you, as your body heats up, this heats up too, and then there's smoky, animalic kind of like vanilla, neither too sweet, neither too cloying. This is nice. This is sexy. It's just that the performance is a little questionable, a little sketchy, but a good one, definitely. Alright, next on my list is an excellent vanilla fragrance from Xerjoff, Casamorati, Lira. Yes, some say this is okay, ordinary vanilla with some orange in it. Some say, oh, I like it, I don't care about it. I say this is really cozy. There is something in this fragrance that is getting really close to you and grabbing you and hugging you, making you happy. So nice. So imagine you're baking a pound cake, vanilla pound cake, but I have two specific instructions for you. One is that you're gonna go and grab a lemon and then you're gonna use the lemon peel and then you're gonna grind it kind of like a fine, the fine side of the grinder, and you're gonna get an orange, kind of maybe Spanish or an orange, kind of like blood orange, you know what I mean. Go grab that, but this time you're using the coarse side of the grinder, and you're getting like really thick of the orange peel, kind of, zesty peel. And then you're putting those in your cake mixture, and then you're baking them. As you bake them, the smell, kind of like, warm orange peel, vanilla, a little lemony feeling. This is it. This is so inviting, so cozy, so comforting. This is like a comfort food of fragrances, in my opinion. Very nice. Serge of Lira. Uh, I don't have the full bottle, and I doubt I ever will, because I'm not really into vanilla fragrances, and I have also other full bottles. But this one is definitely worth your money and like time. If you enjoy vanilla fragrances, go check this one out. Xerjoff has this luxury samples on their website, and they're pretty nice actually. Alright, next on my list. Whoa, very grown up vanilla fragrance. Expensive, from Italy, Royal Crown Sultan. Photo will be up on the screen, and it's gonna go on my forearm. Let's just give a little fan here so the alcohol just like goes a little. Oh, smoky. Dates. Middle Eastern vibes. Not too sweet. Super mature and sexy. A little creamy as well, kind of like burnt, burning creamy, creme de brulee vibes. Oh, wow. This is a really nice vanilla fragrance, everyone. I would like to get a full bottle of this, but they're very expensive. But hey, out there, if you are into vanilla fragrances, you have to be checking this one out. This is Royal Crown Sultan. Very grown out, very sexy, very unisex. Woof, I like that. Hey. Alright, next on my list comes from one and only Guerlain. Guerlain has a collection called L'Art et la Matière, kind of like arts of materials, kind of the most expensive line, They're $260, and they're always only on Guerlain's website. I don't have the full bottles, but I have the 5 ml decants. They are Spiritueuse Double Vanille and Angélique Noire, and we're going to be starting with Spiritueuse Double Vanille, which is an excellent vanilla fragrance that is warm, woody, ambre, oriental, Guerlain quality from top to bottom. Oh, completely unisex, so nice. You know what? STV, Spiritueuse Double Vanille, is a really well-made vanilla scent. If you like Guerlain, if you like vanilla fragrances, I suggest this beauty is worthwhile. There's kind of like woody that pops up and then goes away, and then like a little ombre touches, they just show themselves and then they disappear, and the vanilla is always in the background, but it's so mature again, so expensive smelling. Oh, Spiritueuse Double Vanille, we're here for you, honey. But better than this, in my opinion, is Angélique Noire. Oh, I'm gonna spray this here, and then this is a vanilla fragrance that is not too sweet, not too sour, not too bitter, not too cloying. Everything is so very well balanced, so unique, so romantic, so European. Oh, this is just like emotional, kind of like sentimental vanilla fragrance that I adore. This is like European romantic nights. So inviting, but at the same time very sentimental. This is like an, sentimental education in a bottle. Kind of like experiences you've had, you remember. You kind of like think about future, and then you also kind of like, start daydreaming. But at the same time, Angélique Noire keeps you very grounded with that like herbal vibes. Whew, so good. You know what? Guerlain L'Art et la Matière collection, it is so good, but juices are not that strong. Longevity, yes, not that bad, 6 hours more or less, but I'm not getting the super projection or the CR, which is okay, which is like, a la Guerlain. Guerlain more likes the fragrances a little bit more conservative, which is great. But at that price point, $260, I just have to mention that so that you know that these are not beast modes. Spiritueuse, Double Vanille, and Angélique Noire. Alright, we are moving on to the 3 full bottles I have. One of them is the discontinued fragrance, but I have to show you that Thierry Mugler Alien Essence Absolue. If you like Alien and if you like vanilla, you have to have it. So sexy, woody, jasmine, so intoxicating in my opinion. A little powdery, a little smoky. This is everything. This is wow. I cannot believe this has been discontinued. But hey, Mugler is now L'Oreal and everything's getting discontinued or reformulated. But if you happen to come across this beauty, snatch it. Whoa. Alien Essence Absolue. Exceptional vanilla fragrance. Alright, next comes from Initio Parfums Privés, and this is called Absolue Aphrodisiac. This is an excellent vanilla fragrance. This is really well made. This is completely synthetic vanillin molecule with animalic notes and leather. Absolutely sexy. This is so S&M. This is like whips. Oh, sex toys, sexy. Totally unisex. Oh, this is so good. Oh my god, I mentioned this in my video of top 3 Initio fragrances, and I still stand behind that list. This is great. If you like Initio and if you have not tried Absolute Aphrodisiac, you're missing out. This is, ooh, wow, very mature, not so sweet, synthetic, but who cares? It smells beautiful. And this is completely unisex. Everything is unisex, but this just shines on everyone's body. Pretty linear. Longevity performance is not as good as other Initios, but whoa, still very good. Alright, next vanilla fragrance is the last vanilla fragrance actually I added to my collection, and that comes from Indult Paris Tihota, made by Francis Cortijan. Very simplistic vanilla interpretation composed of vanilla and musk. Perfect for layering. Perfect longevity on the skin as a skin scent. So authentic vanilla fragrance. Blue standard vanilla. You have to have this if you want to up your vanilla game, or if you want to up your layering game. I tried to layer this with some wood fragrances and the result was not that bad. Layering is pretty personal. You might not like the kind of like combination you created, but this serves that purpose as well. On its own, it's really nice as well. Oh, so good vanilla. Why not? Indult, House of Paris, and the fragrance is called Tihota, created by one and only Francis Cortijan. Alright, this is the end of my list. Let me take a sip and then let's finish up this video. Alright, I mentioned all of my vanilla fragrances. Hey, you've seen a lot of decants, not a lot of full bottles, but I told you I'm not really horny about vanilla. Therefore, I'm really moving with decants, trying to decide before I commit to the full bottle. I hope this list helps you picking out your selection, your collection of vanilla fragrances, and I would like to know your favorites down in the comment section. You know what? Don't leave me alone under my English videos, On this channel we have 2 languages. Every video comes in 2 languages. Turkish and English, they are exactly the same video, and you have just watched the English version. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I can't wait to see you at the next one. Take care, everyone.